What's up, guys? How's it going? How's everybody doing? If you're not already, hit the subscribe and the likes. Share this out with your family and friends. Let's get the word out there. Let's get the word out there that Hex is amazing. PulseChain, PulseX are amazing. And let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. Today we've got some big news. We got Bitcoin pumping. We got Ethereum pumping, and we got a little bit of Hexy pump. So let's go on and check the news. Let's go check the news. All right, guys, look at this. $38,000. $38,000 for one Bitcoin right now. Look at that. Got up to the top of let's see, 38,300. Ethereum actually doing pretty good too. We got $2,059 for one Ethereum. It's doing pretty good. Look at this, guys. It looks like a bull flag. We haven't seen bull flags in quite a while, but look at this. We love to draw bull flags. Right here, boom, right, something like this, and we'll leave that there just in case we can come back to it and say, look, I did it correctly. I told everybody, look at me, right? That's what we do here. Let's go ahead and check out the hex price. Hex price on Ethereum is at let's see, 6/1000ths of a penny, or excuse me, 6/1000ths of a dollar. It got about $1.4 million of liquidity. And but look at this, guys. There's hardly any volume. So I'm thinking if there's any sort of like huge volume in this, it's gonna take off or dump really hard. For me personally, I don't know. I'm just stating for me personally how I look at it is these people that are holding liquid hex, they're pretty much out, don't you think? People with 100 million hex, 50 million hex, 10 million hex, most of those guys have gotten out of the ecosystem in the last 2 years. Don't you think that they've probably been like, I'm out, right? In my opinion, that's probably what happened. I don't know. I haven't looked at what actually is on the blockchain, but in my opinion, I think that most of these people are out. They're getting out. And really all the people that are selling now are the stakers, people that have staked and they're coming due 3 years, 4 years, or whatever we're at now. And those are the people that have the big bags now. Once those people are out, which if you think about it is right around these times, right? Because these times, December of 2nd, 2019 is when Hex started. So the people with 3 year, 4 year, 5 year stakes, those are all the ones that are coming due in December, January, and February. And if you can remember, most of the traction for Hex in between like April and until the big payday, so whenever that was, November 20, I can't remember, November something, most of that, it has there was nothing going on in those times. If you were here for those times, if you remember, there was hardly anybody in the community. Everybody had funded themselves out, and then once October-ish came back around, everybody started coming back. But so for me, that means that less people have staked, less people, and there is things that you can see when people's stakes are coming out. I can't bring myself to look at it because people stake for 1 month, and it really is like, is this person been staked for 3 years? You can check it and all this, but I'm the lazy Hexican, right? I don't want to go and do all that freaking nonsense because who cares? They're gonna sell. You're not gonna know if they're gonna sell, right? So that's my opinion on it. Let's go over to gopulse.com. Great website. Pulse right now 4 zeros, 5.9. And let's see, $921 million in market cap, up 3.5% today. PulseX 5.3% up today. We got 4 zeros and a 1, and incentive token up 4.25%, and it's at 70 cents today. And looks like Hex on PulseChain is 5.72% up, and we're at 1.05 cents, 1.05 cents. We got about $500,000 of volume. This again, guys, is crazy because man, if any buys, it doesn't take volume, it's about the liquidity. But as you can see, $17 million of liquidity, which it's probably a little bit over, there's a lot of Hex that's probably in this liquidity pool. So I'm not sure. It's once we pass, I think 10 cents, guys, I think that we're doing really good. So here we go. Let's go ahead and check out some of the news. Where in the world is Hex founder Richard Heart? This is coming from Decrypt. I love how we're getting so much news out there. It's funny how much news we're getting from all the haters. All the haters are coming out of the woodwork now for some reason. On Twitter, you see them left and right. It's great. I think it's hilarious. It's great. Because why not? You know, it's getting people to talk about us without even without us tweeting. And it's a lot of people that have some big audiences, so they can talk about us all they want. So all it says is pretty much Richard, you know, he's orchestrating an illegal $1 billion security scheme, allegedly, you know, charged. And they can't seem to find him. We all know all this, right? They can't seem to find him. The SEC can't. We all know this. But I just wanted to show you guys that it is out there on Decrypt now. It's getting to everybody. So here we go. While the SEC did not clarify whether this statement stemmed from the Finnish government's lack of cooperation with the American government or broader failure to locate Hart, the latter is more likely given the close collaborative relationship between the two NATO member countries. They're pretty much saying that they gave the documents to Finland, which is where they think that Richard is living. Like I said, I have no idea where he lives, and so they thought that they would be able to serve him there. Well, they are not able to serve him, so good luck, I guess. Hart has long been secretive about his whereabouts. When the crypto founder was prominently featured in a documentary about Hex earlier this year, he made a point of keeping his home location unknown to both viewers and to the film's directors, opting to shoot interviews in a hand-selected underground bunker, the location of which was also kept secret. What? When did that happen? I don't know if that's true. That's hilarious if that's true. But that doesn't mean Hart has gone off the radar. In the last 6 days since the SEC admitted that it couldn't find the crypto influencer, he has publicly tweeted 31 times. In these tweets, Hart has not once mentioned his location or referenced, in fact, that the American government is searching for him. Yeah, okay. He has, however, repeatedly gloated about the legal woes of fallen Binance founder CZ, who pled guilty last week to violating American anti-laundering laws and stepped down at the CE role. Well, I wonder why he's gloating. Probably because he knows that he's not doing anything illegal, and probably the SEC coming after him is probably a witch hunt, if anything else. So the list of people in jail. Okay, so this is just Richard's tweet that they're quoting. The list of people in jail or bankrupt that didn't like Richard Hart or the things he founded is really long. Hart wrote last week, referring to himself in the third person. They were wrong. CZ, SBF, Mashinsky, Suzu, and Do Kwon, upgrade your view. So while Hart has not yet been charged with any criminal offense, he now finds himself in a similar position to some of his fallen crypto founders he recently mocked. Both Terra founder Do Kwon and 3 Hours Capital founder Suzu tweeted for the months on end after their respective crypto projects collapsed, even as they fled criminal charges and attempted to lie low in foreign countries. Both were eventually captured. Kwon is currently serving a 4-month sentence in Montenegro, after which he will be extradited to the U.S. or Southern Korea for further criminal proceedings, and Zhu is partway through prison sentence in Singapore. So there you guys go. There's the Decrypt. There's the Decrypt article on Richard Hart. There you guys go. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed that. That's great. So Hexolina posted today, congrats, the Highest of Stakes is the #1 documentary on Apple TV genre charts. Let's see if it's absolutely amazing community can make the Highest of Stakes the #1 movie on Apple streaming platforms to get trending worldwide. So if you guys haven't noticed, you can go to Apple. I'm pretty sure. Let's just check it. Let's check. So here you guys go. You can view it on iTunes. Like I said, I don't use Apple products, so there you guys go if you want to go check it out. You can go to Apple TV. I'm pretty sure they're on Prime. Let's go see if it's on Prime. It looks like you can go on voodoo.com. You can rent it for $4, buy it for $13, or HGX. I'm guessing that's yeah, there you guys go. Let's see. It's got a 98%, which everybody should be, you know. Let's go ahead and hit the audience score, sign into these and give it a good rating, guys. It's a good idea. I mean, it promotes the project, it promotes the movie, and it gets it out there, gets the word out there. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 98%. It's got over 250 ratings. What does the tomato meter say about it? There we go. We got 2 people that are crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if these people must work for them or something. Oh, movieblogger.com and Film Threat. So that's cool. That's cool. All right, we'll close with this. Guys, Altcoin Daily posted, we know we love him, the old Altcoin Daily, if you're out there. He posted Charles Hoskinson going off about the SEC about Bitcoin getting a pass while Cardano and crypto has to suffer. Now, you know, Charles Hoskinson has blocked me, so he doesn't like Hex. But let's hear what he has to say about some of the nonsense that's been going on in crypto lately.
Then they come in and say it's a security. Okay, well, what the hell does that mean if it's decentralized? How does Bitcoin register? Oh, but it's not. Then explain to me the fucking difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and the rest of the gang. Explain it to me. Like I'm 5 years old. Run the goddamn Howey test on it and show me the difference between the two. Tell me, is there an expectation of return with the goddamn orange pill moon boys? It's there. There's so many different planks and angles that you can take a look at this thing from. And by the way, if you subpoena and attack about 3 different entities, you could perform a 51% attack on Bitcoin.
So we talked about this yesterday, if you guys can remember, the 51% attack with Bitcoin, just subpoenaing their pools. You could 51% them, 51% attack them. We talked about that. I wonder who gave him that little hint, right? Maybe I don't know. Somebody's doing real, crazy stuff. I wonder where he's getting that logic from.
Bitcoin, because that's the way the hash power works. But it's decentralized, apparently. And Team Orange gets a complete pass. It's a pathetic fucking joke. It's an absolutely pathetic joke. And it would be funny if not for the fact that hundreds of millions of dollars of legal fees have been exhausted in this Pyrrhic war that's being fought on the industry. And they'll lose court case after court case, as they already have, and will continue. And then at some point, it'll stop. There will not be an apology. There's not going to be any money that comes back, and we'll just move on. Like we did with the Kennedy assassination. We'll just move on. Like we did with Vietnam. We'll just move on. Like we did with Iraq and Afghanistan. We'll just move on like we're doing right now with COVID. We'll just move on like we did with all the things that have happened the last 50, 60, 70 years in the United States history. It has to stop. It honestly has to stop. Why do I praise libertarians come in? Because the only people that seem to think, the only people who seem to improve the situation, the people that are unraveling the government. It's not accountable anymore. People harm people, they get away with it, and they just move on, and nothing changes. I'm tired of it. I think our industry is tired of it. The entire reason cryptocurrencies exist is not because somebody woke up and said, man, tokens on the internet is such a good idea. The entire reason cryptocurrencies exist is that we're trying collectively to reestablish the social contract, because the social contract is horrifically broken. If the people in charge are unelected, unaccountable, and don't ever have to prove to us, the beneficiaries of the public trust, that they're doing good for us. And when they screw up, nothing happens to them. They get a promotion, they get elected to higher office, and we just have to move on as a society. That is not a government for the people, by the people, of the people. That is something else. That looks a lot more like the thing that we rebelled against when we founded this goddamn country.
There you guys go. There's Charles Hoskinson. Like him, hate him, love him. There you go. He sounds pretty much like somebody we know and love and trust. So, yeah. I'll leave you guys with that. Hopefully, I see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe, hit the likes and all that. Hit the comments. Let's get the word out there, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later, dudes.